Okay. Hello, hello.
Hello. Good morning from Wisconsin, from California. Look at that beach. The beach is fake, but Rita is in California. So, welcome. We're your brain trainers. It's Thursday today in America, and we are throwing out some of the things some of the experiences, some of the belief systems that we no longer want so we can dream big. Who wants to dream big? Bring on the big dreams, right? Yes.
Yes.
Why can't I dream big? Let's talk about that, Rita, because I remember thinking, how come I can't imagine it, or how come I can't visualize it, or how come I can't feel it, or how come I can't hear what it's going to be like when I achieve this, when I get what I want, when I have my dreams come true. What are my dreams? Sometimes I
What
even
are
that.
they? Yeah. Oh my gosh, there's so many things that come to mind right now. So, um, you know, like it's how the brain works. Like what bad thing would happen if you dreamt? What bad thing would happen if you actually had a goal or just uh I think like that's even step one is knowing, you know, because when things are going good, what happens, guys? And you fill in the blank,
Other
right?
shoe drops. I hear
Oh,
that one all the time. I'm like, what's with this big shoe? But people say that this is a metaphor. What's going to happen? The other shoe is going to drop. If you felt that way, which I don't really know, then think about that big shoe. What color is that big shoe? What's it going to feel like? Like, this is an expression that your brain is imagining to keep you underfoot or something.
yeah, yeah. So the brain is here to survive us. So if we have a thought, feeling, emotion, a memory of a time that we were so excited, here we are, we're like third graders, we're having fun, we're having a good time, and then mom comes home or dad comes home and they squash your happiness. And so somewhere we learn that being too happy or wanting too much, what maybe it's not too much, that we start getting ideas and programs and identities and
Yeah.
feelings. So little by little, our desired outcomes, our desired goals, our wants, our needs become scary. Like
Yeah.
it was scary. Not only that, but then who has to take responsibility for those dreams? Like I would have
Dun,
to,
dun,
like I would have to
dun.
be, uh, I would be the one that had to take responsibility. So, and what's my image of me? You know, what's my
Yeah.
image of me if I feel like I I I want to have this outcome, this dream, this desire. I mean, just trying it on now, it feels more at ease. I feel more relaxed, more
Yeah.
allowing, letting those because I was able to work through that fear of letting
Yes.
the shoe drop.
Yes. And what is that belief? So for most people that I work with, the belief is I'm selfish, right? I shouldn't have that because then they won't have it and I'll feel bad. And so I'm selfish or I don't deserve it, which is when we feel bad about it. Like, oh, I'll have something and you won't have it, and I should dumb down and I should feel bad and I shouldn't shine brighter than somebody else because that'll leave them feeling bad. Or what's another one? I'm selfish, I'm not worth it, and I'm too
Really, what?
something. Too much, too stupid, too too what? Bad, too bad to
Yeah.
get it.
Bottom line is that we have a scarcity mentality. We don't have an abundant mentality. We have a scarcity. There's just not enough, or like you said, I'm not good enough. I'm not capable. I'm not, worthy of it. There's that scarcity mentality, and on the other side, the abundance mindset is that I am enough. There is enough. The world is abundant. Energy is abundant, guys,
Look at
right?
the
And
ocean, it never quits. The
it
sun
never
shines
quits. The
in the air.
sun. Yeah. So if we can start focusing on abundance and having that within us, then there's something that gets you set the reticular activations to start looking for, look at all these fruits and vegetables, look at all this sun and clouds and water, and start noticing that. But why can't we dream big?
Well, it is directly related to what you talked about, those experiences. And you know what those experiences are called? Are memories,
Memories.
right? Memories. They either light the corner of your mind or they do something worse. And what they do is they drop chemicals, they drop reactions, they drop, and you wonder, how come I'm like this? And the reason you're like that isn't because you're trying to be like that or anything else. It goes straight back to that memory where you learned what to believe about yourself, or you're just a little child and mom and dad said no, or, they said, you don't deserve this right now because you hit your brother. And all
Yeah.
of a sudden there's this deep belief that was started. I'm not worth it. I'm bad. I'm selfish if I get things I want. And that belief system is in a child's brain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that child has the program has a lot of power over how to react, how your body knows what to do. It loves patterns. We talk about that a lot. Your brain loves patterns. And so when you were little and you learned this, it said, "Oh, let's just do that again and again and again and again." And pretty soon you're left saying, I can't even imagine. That's what you're saying. I can't even imagine having a nice house, having a nice car, having a lot of friends. I can't even imagine being happy anymore.
Right.
And that's not the state that we want to leave you in. Like our mission is that all men, women, and children are left knowing how to create this inner happiness and to shine their true light, to shine their value and their worth for who they were created to be.
Yes, you can start small and start building that confidence, that courage, that clarity, that calm, and start designing your life, start creating. And how do we do that? How do we do that? We work through brain training. We find the memories, the emotions, those feelings. Where if you were to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and you were to say, why can't I have a big dream? What do you say? Where do you go? What is it? Where are you finding it? And then we work through those memories. We find the first memory, we find the memory that's supporting that, and then we pull it out into the active experience, and we update it, guys. This is the perception of a 3-year-old, a 12-year-old. This is a perception not of a 50-year-old woman, living in a world that is capable of creating. Look, everyone's capable of creating something.
Right.
We just have to Google it, right? Like, how do I get a house? Well, you need this and you need that and you need that. And so you go to work, and it's baby steps and it's stepping stones. But if we pave the way in the brain, in those neural connections through brain training, when we pave the way, you're not in fight, flight, and freeze. You're in your power, and you allow that genius part of you to come out and start seeing opportunities, start seeing
Exactly.
options.
Yes, I love that. So let's experience it a little bit. So like maybe what I want you to do, if this isn't working for you, that's fine. But so when you go back and you say, what would happen if I achieved my dreams? And you instantly get this sensation or this feeling or some understanding that you would be selfish. Okay. Selfish. I want you to go back and imagine that little you. Don't step into the little you's body. Look at it like you're a fly on the wall. That little you is selfish.
God, that doesn't even seem true.
It's not true. It's not true. This is a little child. Like maybe you have a child of your own. Maybe you have a grandchild. I know for grandchildren, for grandparents, it's really hard to think their grandchildren are selfish, right? But this is an innocent little person just learning about life. Are they selfish? So what I did with this word was make it really funny. And I changed this word into shellfish because I love the ocean and the ocean is right behind Rita. And sometimes the word is what creates that emotional power inside of us, right? Like, can you feel the word selfish in you? Can you feel that, like, oh, it's kind of like this trap? It's this feeling that leaves you not wanting to step out, not wanting to be brave, not wanting to choose something better because then you would hurt other people or you have all of these resources. So imagine this word selfish, and here's this little you. And then all of a sudden, you have these beautiful shellfish. Maybe it's well, stars aren't shellfish, are they? But some kind of shellfish, a lobster, a crab, a clam. Let's go with a clam. Okay. Smile as big as a clam. So imagine just handing this little you a clam and it's smiling so big, happy as a clam, right? And you say, "Oh, honey, you're not selfish, you're shellfish." And you show them this clam and they just start giggling and laughing. And you grab them and embrace them and twirl them around and you say, "Shellfish is so fun." You
I
love,
love it.
yes, and give you this experience of joy and lightness and happiness and peace and great love for smiles, and just squeeze that little you right inside of you. This is what he or she needed when they were so little. They just needed some shellfish smiling at them.
Happy as a clam. Happy.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
take that deep breath in, right? And anchor that good feeling. And just imagine all day a little clam smiling. And this will get you into the experience of starting your dream. Starting your dream, okay?
I love it, Tammy. That's so perfect. You guys just replay that little part over and over in your head. And the first thing you wake up, that little you being shellfish with the clam, happy as a clam. And because that's the brain's, now the brain's going to start looking at all the little things that you do like when you were little. You'll be surprised what starts showing up. You will get changes, and they're going to be small unless you come into one of our calls where we can go deep into our into work to work. But practice that before you go to bed. Practice that when first thing get up in the morning, before you get out of bed, upon awakening. Practice that. We like anchoring, so you can just smile as a clam. You can just smile as a clam, smile as a clam. And if you keep doing that, you're physically, mentally, emotionally aligning to that feeling, that sensation, that opportunity, that allowing to feel good, even if it's just for this moment, even if it's just before you go to bed, even if it's just upon waking, right? So practice that, because you are creating, and this is a baby step. We're doing bigger ones. We're doing there's different ways of approaching stuff. Sometimes our brain goes through the negative, so we go through the negative to kind of get you out to the positive. But sometimes we do step into the positive, make that bigger. So find the dreams that you have had in the past that have occurred, and
Yes.
do the same thing. Get some music, get an anchor, find an experience that is it's a big dream. Find a big experience that you felt really good, very empowered, love, connect, and practice those memories the same way in the evening before you go to bed. Upon awakening, walk yourself through it, embrace yourself, give yourself grace for that. That would be powerful.
That is powerful. Yes. And it's the start, right? If the little you can be happy, guess what? There's a lot of safety in that. And you can completely start dreaming big. You need to go tell Dad to not bed.
Okay, guys. So what we'll do is we'll invite you to a call that's coming up, and the call that we're inviting you to is November. Well, if you click on the link below, you will subscribe to how to stop overreacting. And this could be a small overreaction. It could be just like a little one or a little two, or it could be a 10 overreaction. So there's techniques that you can print out, put on the refrigerator to remind you, like, oh, if this happens, if I feel something, see something, hear something, even if I don't like a certain food and someone's making me eat it, you do the technique, right? And we'll send you a video as well, and the video of how to work with that technique. Not only that will we send you, but we'll send you a list of the free demo calls that we're doing. If you want to apply to have a free session, there's a link there. Reply to the email. If you reply to the email, we'll ask you some questions. And what else, Tammy? I think that's it. It's on the 29th. We have a call on the 29th, and it's on our Facebook group. And we'll also send you a link to our Facebook group, or we'll post it below so you can see what upcoming calls we have there. Anything else?
No, that's perfect. Yes, like this video, share it with your friends and family, and make sure to click the bell for the notifications. And dream big, right? Clam, happy as a clam, happy as a clam.
Happy.
And as you feel that all day, you'll start noticing like, ooh, I'm dreaming, I'm dreaming, I'm dreaming. And we'd love to hear about that too. Okay. All right. Love you all.